All right, so I figured I'd show you how to do this. So what I do is I take a pan. This is like a bowl. You want something hollow. And you do about that much. And what I typically do, come in here where you can see, so you can see here. Typically what I do is I'll take it and I'll kind of spread it out. Oh, hold on. I do baking powder, about that much. And then salt. About that much. And mix it up. Just taking a whisk and mixing it all in there. And then kind of make it like a whole. This is a... Actually, I'm gonna do it a different way. Because this is too big. I like something smaller. Normally, I'm only doing a 4 egg. So you measure it by how many eggs you're doing, okay? So 4 egg, like if you were just doing it for your family, the 4 egg is plenty. That's about right. Like when I do for Thanksgiving, when I do like a big old pot, I'll do like a 8 or 12. But it's, you know, that's a pain in the ass and you gotta do in layers and stuff like that. So because of that, and that's what I usually use this bowl for. So what I'm gonna do a little bit different. Just pour it out like that. And your countertop is perfect for this. And you can do this like this with pasta too if you ever start learning how to do that. Just kind of make you a little well like this. Take your eggs and crack them in there. Try to keep one shell like that. Hoping I have enough flour here. And then take your milk. And you basically, 4 eggs, so 4 half eggs. That's gonna flow over, I'll catch it. And then what you're gonna do, start spinning it in there. Then I might not have done enough flour, but we'll catch it. And you start just pulling in the flour. You see it kind of, it'll start thickening up on you like that. These are great for this. If you use more flour, this won't happen. But the reason that you don't really measure it, Alexa, cancel, is because it's going to take the amount of flour that you want. And you can see how it's kind of doing that, where as I'm mixing it, I'm just kind of pulling in the amount of flour I want. So the flour on the side is leftover for when I need it. So I just keep pulling in more flour like that. And then you put it on the top and just stir it in and slowly kind of mix it like that, and it keeps filling in like that. Eventually it'll start getting thicker to the point where you start kneading it with your hand. And getting there close. About there. Pause that for a second. So about there. So when it gets to about this point, I'll go ahead and dig in with my hands. So just start kneading like they talk about. You're just folding the flour, folding it over on top of itself. And then keep cutting that like that and keeping it smooth. And that's kind of, I mean, when you're talking about bread and things like that, the thing about flour is that literally depending on the moisture in the air and all that kind of stuff, it really makes a difference. So that's why there's really no recipe for this, because it's a feel thing. A little messy, so you want to, yeah, just this part. Just kind of work that flour in. At that point, it starts getting a little bit better, where it's not quite as sticky. Try to keep it in one spot as much as I can. That's why I love these things. Just kind of keep folding the flour in there. And once it's like not as sticky to your hands, it's almost like it's not touching, catching you anymore. That's when it starts getting to the point where you can roll it out. You want to use your hand and just kind of push in we don't have yeast in it, so it's not like when you study how bread works and stuff where it kind of bounces back. It's not that. It's just that we're wanting to work that flour in. So I guess it wasn't that far off on the flour. It just wasn't enough for my well. All right, so once it gets to about this, I kind of just pull it around like that. And just get a little ball like that. All right. I want to get this bottle for, I need to show them that the way you really do it is have a bottle of wine when you do it. Because if you don't have wine where you're cooking noodles, it's all fucked up.
Isn't that just the way it is with cooking in general?
Yeah. I pretty much need, that needs to be part of it.
Cooking with wine.
101. 201. Alright, we can get started now. Alright, so I had to get a glass of wine. So I kind of cleaned up the area. So now what we want to do, and these are the little things that I've learned over the years. The biggest thing we want to do now is put plenty of flour onto your workspace, because we're going to roll this thing out and we're rolling it onto your surface. And if you don't have flour, it's going to stick and it's going to be a problem. So kind of just do that. Remember, your rolling pins are you never get water on them. You scrape them off with like a scraper like this. When they get there, you just do that. Wipe them off with like a pepper towel, whatever. Something you can wipe them off with. All right, so now we're just going to...
A wiping tool.
Huh?
A wiping cloth.
A wiping cloth. Is that a
it's a thing.
Try to keep it as big, circle as much as you can when you're doing it, and you'll learn. You'll get better, and you'll do some funky looking ones, and they work fine too. But when you're the more rounded it is, the better it is for cutting and kind of keeping it organized as you go. And this is where the debate comes in. I know your mom and Sheila and others like the noodles thicker than sometimes I do them, but that's not good. It's not real good for it. I mean, you want a little bit of thickness, but not too much. And that'll be a case where you just figure out what you and your household likes.
Well, that was because they don't always cook all the way through, isn't it?
Yeah.
But having said that, a lot of us like the doughy texture. Because some of us eat raw dough.
Yeah. But you're right. But when you're talking about, kind of doing it. Now, you come pull it here. See how when I'm doing that and it's pushing up right there? You want to kind of, that means this is thickened and it's not. So you want to pull it up a little bit. And then anytime that starts happening, kind of go back around, pull it up, so that you don't tear your dough. And then start working it back out again. See that right there? See that's real thin.
Yeah, I think so.
You want to be, that's a little bit too thin. Mm-hmm. That's a little bit too thick. See it there? It's almost, you don't want to see through it, but it's like right before you start seeing through it. And that's just practice. It's almost, you can't mess this up, because worst case scenario, you get, broken noodles and a tear.
But it's not still edible.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. It just, it's not as pretty or whatever. Once they're in the pot, they all fucking taste good. Doesn't matter. But at this point, we're just kind of getting it to where, trying to be as equal thickness as you can all the way around.
You can tell that just with the
When you're
rolling pin?
Yeah, when you're standing on top of it, you probably can't see it from the camera, but
Oh, okay.
you can kind of see when you're feeling it. You can almost feel where there's thick areas. That's about right there. So once I get about right, I peel it up because again it's sticking to the granite. So make it to where it's,
you're folding it under.
not. Yeah, I'll come back.
Okay.
Just kind of slowly peel it up where it's all up, and then pull it back out.
Sturdy.
Yeah, it is. It's almost, I mean, you know, again, pizza dough, the reason you can pick it up and throw it is it's got that yeast, and obviously it's thicker than this when you're doing that.
This doesn't have yeast, does it?
It does not have yeast. This is an egg noodle. You know, it's egg noodles. What it is. Okay, so now we've got it finished. We pulled it off where it's not sticking underneath. Again, pro tip: you can't put too much flour, I don't think, on top of it. I mean, don't be crazy, but if you know, if it's thin, you know, like right over here, it's a little bit thinner than others. You want flour. You want more flour where it's thin, but you definitely want a nice layer of flour right now, because we're going to roll this up. If you forget this part right now, when you unroll it, they're going to stick together, and they're going to be a pain in the ass to unroll. And trust me, I've done this so many times, and I've fucked it up a lot. So at that point, just kind of put. Now, what you want to do, come here where you can see. Just kind of start, you know, pick a spot, kind of start, and then kind of start rolling. But you want to pull it a little bit tight, okay? You can see how I'm pulling. I'm pulling and then getting it all started. And because you want it, you know, not crazy tight, but you don't want it real loose either, because you're gonna be cutting it with a knife, and you want to be able to cut it. And if it's real like you know, loose, it won't cut tight. It won't cut very good. So you just kind of feel, and this will be one of those things where first couple times you'll do it really good. A couple times you might do it real perfect the first time and get cocky. I know that's what I've done that many times, and then I'll fuck it up the next time. And the fact that it sticks a little bit, you can see how I'm pulling right now. That's kind of good.
Why is that?
Because that gives me something to hold it to. So it makes it help me keep it tight. And like I said, when you're doing like an 8 or 12, you have to cut your dough in half and then do this 3 or 4 times. All right, now we got it. Boom. And this is a lot like if you ever make cinnamon rolls, kind of the same concept here.
Oh God, that sounds good.
A lot of the same concept.
Monkey bread. We need monkey bread this year for Christmas.
Yeah. All right, I've started using a serrated knife because it cuts. What you don't want to do is have to smash down into it. And the thing about a serrated knife is you can cut it nice like that, where it's not pushed down there. See how it's like that, and it's not smashed down. So I typically will cut it in half like that, and then spin it around. You might spin it the other way because you're not left-handed. And then at this point, I'm just going to. Now, and again, this is the thickness, you know, however thick you want. So this thickness here is fine. Now I like it about like that, about 1/4 inch.
Okay.
Again, your mom and others like it thicker, but it makes it harder to work with, and they don't know what the hell they're talking about.
You can make just a couple of them thicker.
Chef's choice.
Size matters.
There's your thick one right there. One more thick one. That just got awkward. All right. What are you Googling? Okay, when you're a camera person is inappropriate, I don't know what you do about that.
Drink more wine.
So again, I'm just kind of feeling to where I keep it as around, you know, because what we're gonna want to do is be able to pull it out and do like that. And see how that went all the way down like that?
Magic.
That's because we put that flour in there, and that's the whole goal we're going to try to work towards. The granite countertop makes it really nice to be able to do this.
Ooh, Jared, you won't be able to do this on your leather countertop.
Leather countertop?
Well, it's like, it looks like leather. It looked like it was very textured.
I don't know what that means.
You showed me pictures, actually really cool.
These are the pieces that I pretended like I didn't let you guys eat. I put them on the end like that. But if you do it right, this is the goal. Take 2 of them, you pull them up, and they pull out perfectly like that. That's what you want. If you don't do it right, what'll happen is the ends here like this, you know, that's fine. And by the way, see these little ends right here? You guys all like these things. And sometimes there's more, you know, it's fortunate that you guys like them, because sometimes we have them and I didn't mean to have them. But we did a pretty good job on this one because they're rolling nice.
I know. It's classic
And
textbook.
it's and trust me, when you don't get enough flour, what caused this is plenty of flour before I rolled it up. And I've done it so many times where I didn't get enough flour on there. And this takes forever because you get to about here and it starts sticking, and you literally have to unroll it, and it's a pain in the rear. So try not to forget that. But I've done it where I forgot the baking powder. I've done it where I forgot the salt. I've done it where I forgot the milk one year. And
How is that even possible?
and you guys never even knew. You ate them. You acted like everything was perfect. So there is a lot of flexibility on this.
I'm surprised they stuck together in the making of without the milk.
Well, the egg still makes it stick.
Okay.
Wouldn't suggest it, but it works. So at this point, what you want to do is, again, these are egg noodles, is what they're called. Hell, you can buy these. There's egg noodles out there you can buy. But what we're trying to do at this point is we want to dry our noodles out. So what we do is you take them and spread them out. And if you wanted to get like all fancy and crap, you could like put them on a rack and stuff like that and do it. But I've done it, but it actually doesn't even make a difference. So just kind of make it to where you spread them out. And then what I typically will do, I do this the night before so they're dry. And then I'll kind of make it to where they are sitting up there like that. And then I'll take a couple of towels, which is the word I was looking for earlier, and
Wipey thingies.
wipey thingies, yeah. And I put them over like that.
One for your shoulder.
You need one up here. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that, but it's important you have one on your shoulder. It's a thing. Now you set that out like that, and just let it sit overnight. Like if you do it early in the day, like right now it's 7 o'clock, I'll probably, before I go to bed, come in here and turn them, and then put that over there. This slows down the drying process, but it's all night, so we got plenty of time. If you're cut it short, like if you do it like I want to do them tonight, you wake up early, don't put the towels on it because that will slow it down. And also, the more flour you put on there will help it dry out. So if you're in a rush, leave that off and keep sprinkling and keep rolling them into where the air kind of gets on there. But overnight, they're fine. That's going to be, that's my practice is do it the day before and it works better. And that's how you make noodles.